Hey everybody, this week's episode is brought to you by Deep Creek Glassworks. Ornaments, pendants, straws, marbles, wine glasses, and functional glass, all unique, durable, and handcrafted. Support a local artist and visit Tanner at Deep Creek Glassworks. That's www.etsy.com/shop/Deep Creek Glassworks. That's WORX. Their creations are stronger glass than what you'll find in stores, so take it from their hands into your home at Deep Creek Glassworks. And just for our listeners, if you enter promo code SUPERFUN, you'll get 10% off of your next order. Once again, that's www.etsy.com/shop/Deep Creek Glassworks.
Welcome to the Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go Mega Ultra Between Review Show. Down.
MUBRS.
Season 4.
Quattro.
Year-end wrap-up.
Wrap it up.
Year-end wrap-up for Season 4.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Season 4, year-end wrap.
Yeah, it's the 2019 year-end wrap-up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
New Year.
Maybe this time when we do a wrap-up, Ralph will finally learn to wrap it up.
To wrap it up.
Never.
There's no joke here. There's no joke.
There is no joke
not
because
funny.
there is none.
It's not funny.
There is none.
Kids, stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe, kids. There's like super
Practice safe relations.
There's like super gonorrhea out there. That's scary.
It's very scary. It's
There's-
become self-aware.
There's regular
Yeah.
gonorrhea, and then there's just gonorrhea standing on top of a mountain in a cape. Super gonorrhea. For all your STI wants and needs.
STI.
Nice.
Real quick. Are we talking cars now?
Subaru.
Can we switch to
No,
cars?
because STD is no longer accepted in the medical
Yeah, this is
community
like 10
because it's
years
not a
ago now.
disease.
Law and Order
It's an
STI.
infection.
Dun.
So now,
Really?
now they call it STIs.
Sexually transmitted disease, performance Subaru,
Yeah, I
they're
know.
on the same level.
I know. There's a fine balance.
Wait,
Just
what
kidding.
was the reasoning?
Because it's not a disease, it's an infection.
I guess it's supposed to
There
be
you
less
go.
So stupid.
stigmatized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dumb.
It's not new.
Wrap it up so you don't get an STD. Boom, said it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking,
bam.
yeah, let's get back on.
God,
on
2019.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bye bye.
2020 STD, bringing it back.
Oh, God.
Standard.
Yeah.
SDD standard.
Okay, do you guys want to hop into some interesting podcast news that we're kind of... one is going to be our new format going forward. Cut it back to one MUBRS and one review a month.
Correct.
Yeah, so new content every 2 weeks. We've been trying that out for the past couple months. You guys have been very supportive with it. It just allows us to take our time with what we want to put out to you guys.
Breathing room and hopefully
Yeah.
better
That too.
better quality.
I think the time
At
crunch
the-
was getting to all of us.
Little bit.
Yeah, we were all getting burnt out, and then we were like, "Oh my god, what's a game that we've all played so we can just fucking record an episode?" And like that's not, we can't get into that.
No.
Into that rut. And I started feeling it, and that was like really what was dragging me down. I was like, I just don't want to do this anymore.
No.
I was feeling it 18 months ago, guys. What are you talking?
Yeah. So
Speaking of which, have you guys played
the
this
game since?
Yeah.
Hey, now wait a minute.
There's some truth.
I beat Horizon Zero Dawn, and what was the game we did after that? That was longer, and I beat it. There was another one.
Great job, Ralph. I
Shit.
don't know.
yeah,
Don't look at me.
I have no idea.
All right, never mind.
I don't keep track of these things.
Scratch that. No, I know you don't.
We don't talk about old shit, Ralph. No, we do.
Onward and upward.
So with that, MUBRS is actually going to become a little more formatted episode now. We're going to try to cover a little more like video game news that's going on, and we'll try to encompass some podcast news and like some personal whatnot, and we're going to still probably have some themes going on, but it's going to be more centered around video games and less personal stuff. So that'll be cool going forward as well.
Exactly. So I would like to talk about the STI. The new models look really good. Oh. Never mind. Yeah.
You like the new body style, huh?
Yeah. That new body on the STI.
Got some hips.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about cars, Harry.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Cars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cue meme. Okay.
Okay.
So, did anyone else have anything podcast related that they wanted to share? Or?
Podcast related, besides the format.
Streaming stuff?
Yeah, so we're gonna really actually take a big focus here and start streaming to our individual accounts, which will all get hosted onto the super fun Twitch channel.
Yeah.
And then so that way we will be able to essentially have a bunch of branching different content, and it'll be streamed live on our main podcast page when we're doing that live, and then it'll be archived on our own personal pages. And with that, friend of the show Joe is going to be doing a lot more of the streaming stuff with us on going forward, and he'll be one of our main contributors on the Twitch channel as well. That's something to kind of look forward to if you guys are into streaming. Like if you're more into streaming than you are into the podcast, it's kind of a dual fold thing. So if you have friends that aren't into podcasts but like video games, send them to our stream. Word of mouth is still super important as we're still homegrown,
Super important for super fun.
Super important for super fun.
Feel free to watch us and make clips and put clips on Twitch. That's one mechanic I've had a lot of fun with over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you ever wanted to watch Steve play Rocket League for hours, or watch Harry play Siege for hours, or Clark play Madden for hours, you can just tune in.
I'm not gonna stream.
I'm kidding.
I'm not gonna stream Madden specifically, but like I am going to kind of like start streaming on a regular basis, just because
Apex. I'm sure.
I do play a lot of games that I don't necessarily talk about on the podcast or anything like that, and I would like to make that more of a component to the podcast. So that's going to be something coming down the pipeline that you can look forward to. That stuff will start coming out this year, and my goal is by next year to have it to be some sort of regularity where I can get on a schedule where like, hey, there's going to be a new Let's Play YouTube video this at once a month, or hey, I'm going to be streaming every Monday for 2 hours, blah 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 blah, live.
Yep. It'll just take a little time to start building the repertoire of it, and us building up and creating more of the content we want to get out there and whatnot. So
exactly,
you all have been awesome, bearing with us with getting to where we're at now. So just keep rolling on with us. We want to get more out to you guys,
and we're excited for everyone that is already established on the podcast now. You guys are awesome.
Hell
You've been supporting us through everything, and we're excited to kind of take this next step for you guys so that you can get more.
Bird up.
Bird up.
Bird up.
Bird. Snail down.
All right. With that, how about we move into like the year-end stuff? So I just kind of wanted to do a recap of 2019 here. I asked you guys some questions in the Discord, and we'll just kind of go over the questions and just kind of have a little roundtable discussion about 2019 as a whole for game. I wanted to go around and get your top 3 games from 2019. Now, here's the caveat. Some of us only play games for the podcast. Some of us don't play new games all the time. So it's just what we have played this year, 2019. If you played it and it's an older game, fine. Top 3, let's hear them.
Well, I'll make it easy because I don't have 3. I just have 1. Fucking Spider-Man. Holy shit. If I had to just choose one top game that I played in 2019, even though it was released in 2018, it was Spider-Man for PS4. I have not had that much fun in a game in so long. And especially because I'm one that I don't really play too many new games outside of anything we really do for the podcast. I have my staples. I kind of want to change that, and then going down the line of actually getting into like the PC side of it, because that's going to open up a lot more opportunities to play new things. But hands down, Spider-Man was like my go-to. Second favorite one that we actually did play for the podcast was Horizon Zero Dawn. Again, another old game, but if I'm going to pick one out that really captivated me and had my attention like peaked, that is definitely number 2 in my book.
I would say when I listened to that episode, I think you were the biggest fan out of the group.
Yeah, I would probably say I haven't listened back to it, but I'm pretty sure I was amped about it compared to others and whatnot. But yeah,
you championed that game like real hard. Like I could tell how much you like actually were super into.
Oh
it,
yeah,
so.
yeah. I was super serial about how excited I was.
Expect a sequel to that game too.
Oh yeah,
I definitely
they've been talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it probably wouldn't be for PS4 because that would probably be another at least 2 years before something like that came out, and then you're already talking like the next gen of like PS5 and whatnot. So we'll see how that falls when it actually comes out. I got a couple other things in line that I can get ready for.
We'll get there.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll definitely
little
get there.
teaser for you. Oh.
All right. What about you guys? Ralph, Harry?
You want to
Oh, sure. I'll go. All right. So the 3 that I think I most enjoyed this past year, and they're not from this past year, but games that I experienced this past year. I played the second half of The Great Guys.
Was that?
Yeah, I finished it in January last year.
Okay.
I think I had the episode come out in February or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think I talked about that game at length already. There's a full episode on it, so I don't need to dive into that. But I really, really enjoyed my time with that game, and I think there are very few JRPGs out there to match that quality.
I know one of them.
Dark Souls 3.
Was that this year?
That we played it this year.
Oh, okay.
I think that was late spring, early summer when we kind of went nuts on that fucking game.
God, that game's
and
so good.
I'm still just craving more from that game. I periodically check to see if, did they release another DLC or something? But they're probably not going to. I think that game's done at this point. Oh, boy. But yeah, no, Dark Souls 3. I was fully engrossed in that game for quite a bit of time.
Same. Dude, I'm telling you, man, we should just get into some Dark Souls Remastered.
I consider it.
I'm down.
It's... I'm all about it, man. Let's fucking hop right in, man.
The last one is State of Decay 2.
I knew that's the one that I knew.
Yeah. I was trying to really think there's some like honorable mentions out there, some games that took away some time, but these are the 3 I think I pumped the most time in and never got tired of it.
All right, Ralph, what you got?
I have 4 actually. I'll make up for Steve.
Hey, thanks.
I'll make it that
That's
one.
good.
Hey, it's like an honorable mention.
Keeping the balance.
Number 1 for me was Red Dead 2. I don't know if you guys saw that coming. That was this year. We recorded that this year. I don't know if the game itself I think came out in October of 2018.
Last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
That's my number 1 for 2019. Number 2 I had actually is Dark Souls 3 because I really enjoyed that. I know I came up short at the end. You guys bailed me out against the Soul Cinder.
I don't think we bailed. Like, we were tag teaming bosses here and there like the whole fucking game. It was just fun to do it co-op.
Oh, yeah. No,
I know you wanted to do like a solo run, but there was just something about the multiplayer aspect that made it fucking awesome.
Yeah, you had to experience it to get the full experience of that game.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say that I had the full experience, but I did want to solo it, and I really enjoyed my time with it. I spent almost a month playing it. Yeah, I really just soaked it all up, soaked up the lore, everything. Really, more than I was expecting. Makes me want to go back and play Bloodborne, just with like a new or fresh perspective. Number 3 was Horizon Zero Dawn. I really enjoyed that one as well. I put like 60 hours into that. I really enjoyed it. No voice acting mentions. Just it was just a good time.
No.
And
no voice acting mentions. Ashley Birch.
Speaking of Ashley Birch, my honorable mention is Outer Worlds actually, which I'm still playing. I haven't finished that one yet. Yes, those are my 4.
Concur, good sir.
Rounded it out for us.
Fair enough. Okay, well, I'll just intro myself.
All right.
Hey,
what are yours?
Hey, who's that other person
I really
sitting at the
know.
table?
I want to know what Clark's 3 were.
Thanks. Thanks. All that's just going to stay in.
Oh, yeah.
It should. Raw and uncut.
Oh, God.
All right, so my top 3, I don't really have it in a particular order, is Apex. I've been playing a fuck ton of Apex. I can't pull myself away from that game for too long. It just keeps like sucking me back in. I think I think it's the best battle royale game out right now. I'm like, I got 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go try to fucking win a match.
There you go.
My other game is Control, which has flown under a lot of people's radars. Like none of the group here has talked about it at all.
Yeah, it's a negative.
That game is Twin Peaks and X-Files using the Max Payne engine.
Huh.
And some superpowers. It's fucking amazing.
What platform are you playing that on?
PS4.
Oh.
And it's kind of glitchy. It has its issues. It's actually gotten better because I got it like right when it came out, and they've been patching it and really working on it.
Okay.
But it's made by Remedy. So like one of the characters is voiced by Max Payne. One of the other characters is completely voice acted, and they use the likeness of is Alan Wake. So and he's Darling in it. Like,
he's Darling.
He's such a
no,
Darling.
his name's
Is that his
Darling.
character
Yeah,
name?
no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
His name's Darling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works
he
for
He
both
wasn't
ways.
being sweet.
So like
He's just a darling.
it's just this incredible weird sci-fi. It's just a game that like completely like oozes with style too. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's probably like my favorite narratively driven game. And then I've been having a lot of fun playing Luigi's Mansion 3 with my girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like that's going to be my other top 3 game.
Wow. Is it number 3?
Yeah, it's number 3, but it's definitely there. And I do have like 2 kind of runners up. One of them I'm literally just adding now because I didn't realize it was this year. But Dark Souls 3, I wanted to throw that in there. I had an amazing time with that. The other one I haven't given enough time yet, but Death Stranding for the 5 to 8 hours that I have played it is incredible. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. Yeah,
I haven't played it yet.
I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
I have it.
But like the 5 to 8 hours that I've played of it so far, every moment is like so curated and crafted, but yet it's an open world. It's really an interesting take. And it does a lot of things differently from regular open world games, which I really appreciate. And just I don't know, like delivering packages from point A to point B is actually really, really satisfying.
FedEx Extreme.
I mean, it's
but no,
like,
I'm fucking
like,
with
it's
you.
It's just one of those things. Like, it's FedEx Extreme, but like when you're like traversing through a river and you stumble and fall, and then all your fucking packages just wash down the river, and you're like, oh, cool, like I just fucked myself. Like, or you can go after them, or you get mugged. Like, it's really fucking awesome.
Huh.
It's such a great game.
You don't like this pitch?
I'd like that pitch just told to like UPS drivers, and then what their response would be.
That's every day of my life.
Oh,
I
was
hate
it
my
amazing
life.
getting mugged? Oh, is it amazing when you fall in the water and you drop the packages?
Yeah, when you
I
go-
didn't get paid that week.
Try to go up 50th and Broadway, and then someone comes out and it's like, hey, nice package, and he's not talking about your pants, your brown pants.
I had to pay for the repairs out of my own paycheck.
That motherfucker.
Oh man.
So, what was your like crowning achievement in gaming this year? Like, what was something that you were really proud of that you like achieved in a game this year?
I kind of have an achievement, but it wasn't in a game. It was I got 2 platinum trophies in the same day.
Nice.
It was Rainbow Six Siege and Detroit Become Human.
The same day?
Yeah.
Yeah, not start to finish, obviously.
No,
Yeah,
not
no,
start
I
to
just-
finish,
that's
but
funny.
I dinged both of them back to back.
Ding, ding.
Ding, motherfucking ding.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I actually don't think I have any platinums because I'm not a completionist like that.
Yeah.
I like to
Same.
play a multitude of games. I don't like stick around in games, unfortunately. It's a fucking flaw that I have. Like I unless I really truly love a fucking game, and then those games that I truly love and I do that to, like I'm like missing like 2 or 3 things in it. I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like the original Red Dead, I have 99.9% completed, and I just could care less about taking a fucking mohawk or a fucking tomahawk into a bandit fucking den and killing.
Right.
I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I beat the fucking game. Like,
I don't know. I like to get my money's worth and really get. I don't know. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's what he does. He's Mr. Completionist.
When I play a game, I usually play it for a while.
That's why you had all the characters unlocked on the bouncer. I get it.
I was listening to that episode on the way over.
Were you really?
I was. That's funny. Holy shit, that's funny you say that.
it's the bug in your car.
The
All right,
Ralph. Shh, he doesn't know about that.
No.
My achievement was a Dark Souls 3 thing. You guys know about it already. It's when I beat the Abyss Watchers while poisoned, and I didn't realize I was poisoned until like I was already through it. Like that was the first boss that I was like really proud of myself for whooping them and going on. I could say like the Twin Princes or whatever, but at that point I was it was a challenge, but I was more in tune with the game. I don't know. That like Abyss Watchers fight, that's my crowning achievement for this year.
I think the Abyss Watchers is the first tough fight in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
like truly tough fight.
He kind of gets some help though in that one.
Well, it depends. You can completely fuck that up too.
Oh well, yeah. You can what, aggro all of them, I guess.
You can aggro all of them. You can kill the wrong one, and then you just get screwed out of the help. So it's a tough fight. What about you, Steve? Though,
reaching Diamond 1 in competitive Rocket League. That was probably like literally my crowning achievement because not too much else really got close to that. Once I reached that level, I went down to Platinum pretty damn quick. It was like, oh, look, you reached this. Was that great? Cool. Get back down. It got a little rough, but I at least held in there and got there, and that was good enough for me. I was like, oh, shit. Look at that. And then that's where a lot of people know how to air dribble and really just kind of do their little fun flippy shit. And that's still over my head. Pun intended. Because the air.
Competitive Rocket League is the real deal.
Yeah, it gets tough.
It's fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and especially because I don't really, like, aside from, like, if I get on to play with, like, John every once in a while, or I know you just got into it a little bit too, it's playing with randoms.
Yeah.
So hoping that the other people can actually see where you're going to coordinate and people being in the spots and rotating out the right way, you try to rely on that, but that's not really the way it always goes. But at least it was, like, a couple weeks, like, a couple weeks ago.
I was putting in some time in the Rocket League.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. I had found that fun because you were actually the one who got me into that game in the first place.
Yeah,
the very first time I played, I was at your house. You're like, oh, have you tried this? I'm like, no, I haven't. Well, try it out. And then I just went.
It's only because I didn't have a lot of games then.
Yeah. It's all right. You started a
it's a
new
cool
addiction.
game, though. It is a cool game.
Yeah, it is.
They've done a lot with that game, and their soundtracks are, like, top notch.
I love it. I love
they're
it.
really good.
I'll listen to the music.
I play that kind of like how Clark was talking about Apex. Like, let me just hop on for like 15, 20 minutes, see if I can get a win or two underneath my belt, and then I'll just go do whatever else I was going to do.
I think you said you used to play on your lunch breaks, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was able to go home for my lunch break, I would have my hour lunch break. I quick go home. I play like 2 or 3 matches while I'm eating lunch, and then head back to work, and I'd be good to go. Those days are gone now, though. So, what are you gonna do? So yeah, I would say that's my crowning achievement of 2019.
Cool.
Okay. Next up. Oh, I didn't say what my crowning achievement was actually.
Oh no,
Clark, what was your...
Hey, Clark, tell us your crowning achievement.
Oh, 2019.
I went back and forth on this, but I really honestly think it was my first win in Apex. Just, I was one of the last of my friend group to win a game. I would just always get second place, third place. It just wouldn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
Something stupid would happen. Someone would run off, die, or I'd get stuck with a shitty group of randos. But yeah, that first win was just I fucking got up out of my seat. I was fucking stoked, man. I was like, fuck yeah! It was awesome. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It just completely took me over, a wave of just relief almost because like, fuck, yes, I fucking did it.
You
know?
never
like,
forget your first.
That's true. Okay, so were there any trends in gaming that you guys noticed that you didn't really like this year or anything like that? I mean, you guys didn't play a lot of 2019 games, so
No, not really.
I thought that was an odd question. The way it was worded in the Discord was trends you liked or disliked in 2019, but it didn't even say gaming. I was like,
gaming.
well, yeah, no, I really
we're
liked the
talking
cat
about-
and lady screaming meme. Like that was a cool trend.
Pretty cool. The Jeffrey Epstein thing was cool.
Baby Yoda was pretty cool this year. You know?
Baby Yoda.
So all memes, Harry? Yeah, memes.
Yeah, memes in general.
Memes are pretty cool.
It was a meme year, you know.
Harry said back, I really like that Mimi. That's really cool.
Why you're from
I like
Brooklyn.
that trend where we impeached our president. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
That whole Brexit trend was pretty dope.
They were going to leave, and then they didn't leave, and now I don't know where they are. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we knew it was about gaming, Harry.
I didn't.
Come on.
Come on.
It could have been assumed, but...
It could have been, but we do cover
All right, Harry, I'm really curious. What were your likes and dislikes?
I have a big fat question mark next to that one.
Okay. Well,
I got
now that
some.
we've clarified that for you, maybe next year.
You got any, Steve?
I really don't have any trends that I've been following. No.
All right.
No.
I got
wrote
you know
some stuff
you know
down.
what trend I dislike?
What?
Patching all the games fucking day one.
Day one patches?
You mean like a 10 gigabyte
That's it.
patch day one or
They
whatever?
were they were rough this year.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah, I think it's getting worse every year.
Might be.
And just like how many games are patched like on a weekly basis? Like, are we finding this many issues that we need to keep patching?
Well, I like the quality of life like patches that you get, after a game has come out. But I would agree with you that, okay, like you bought the game, you installed it, and then you got to wait like another half an hour for this stupid large patch to come in. I either watched a video or I read an article about this. So apparently the game can be released in a state that
Known
requires
shippable bugs.
Yeah. Okay, so Clark knows what I'm talking about.
I think you guys discussed this briefly.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
We've talked about
My
this
bad.
a couple times. No. That's it. It was a trend. It was something that came up a couple times over the year.
You know another trend I dislike is how Ralph keeps bringing up old topics we already
Shit.
fucking discussed.
What I already say, Ralph.
What is this guy? It's bullshit. I don't really like it.
We don't talk about old shit.
Forget about it. That's what I do. I go home and I forget about it. But is that really like a 2019 trend though? Like New Vegas. New Vegas comes
it's
to mind.
trend. Like it keeps trend. Like
Getting
it's getting
worse.
worse.
It's trending
continuing
down.
trend.
I mean, mine is microtransactions.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were awful this year. Like
Oh, yeah.
they were everywhere in fucking everything. I can't tell you how annoying it is to fucking be able to have to pay for a fucking finisher in Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, yeah.
Mortal Kombat is a particularly bad example. But then again, all WB games are bad like that.
I could I know I've only mentioned this game about 3 or 4 times tonight. Rocket League changed their complete system. And I didn't play for about like a month and a half. So when I logged back in and all this shit about blueprints start coming up, I'm like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So instead of getting like a bundle of keys, which I know is kind of more like roulette, you never know what you're going to get. But then when you get these blueprints,
it's
like,
gambling.
oh, look, here's this new model car. And you can get it for...
Yeah, sorry, we got cut off there. Let's pick it back up. Steve, blueprints, microtransactions, go.
So yeah, it was like a month and a half that I didn't actually play, log back in and see these blueprints where it's like, oh, here's like a car or a skin for your car that you can buy. And instead of what I was saying before the recorder so rudely interrupted me by shutting off, was even though it's kind of like a roulette system with the keys and the crates, now the blueprints, you get them, and then you buy their in-game currency. So instead of maybe just getting a new car, spending $3-4 or keys, whatever it is, it's like $10, $15. There's like $20 type things where you're just paying for it just to get this one little extra content. Now, granted, if you're really into it, you like being able to get like, different designs or whatnot, but ask people to just put like another $20 out for that. What is this, like a cam girl? It's
Cha-ching,
ridiculous.
Cha-ching. You already bought the game? That's great.
Yeah,
You're playing it
well,
5 years
Psyonix,
after?
it's I think EA bought them out.
Well, that makes sense.
There it is.
There you go.
And then Psyonix sold it to them, and then I know there was like a lot of backlash that they got, and of course there's a call to boycott buying any of it, but there's still going to be the people who want to get it anyway. But I myself, I won't. I would support Psyonix if it was just still them, because I still got so much out of the game. But by this point, it's like now you're just like every other game that's like, oh, pay an extra $30 for this. You want a season pass? Fuck you. Go to hell. Stupid.
EA kills everything.
Yeah, it does.
It's very true.
Yeah, it does.
I kind of wanted to talk about one-day patches as the...
1 day patches? You mean day one patches?
What did I say? 1 day?
One day.
patches?
One a day patches.
One a day.
Yeah, sorry.
1 day at a time patches.
No, I was just trying to make a joke because I'm pretty sure we were talking about that before we got cut off. But since we're talking about microtransactions, I'm pretty sure the biggest offender was actually Bethesda with Fallout 76. I don't know if you guys know about that.
Yeah.
It was bad or is
Real
bad. I don't know because I don't play it. I just heard about it where it's like $100 a year or something to play the $60 game, and then you got to get the full effect or whatever, you got to pay like stupid amounts.
Private servers.
Oh, okay.
To get like completely private servers, yeah.
That and other content, when in the very beginning they said, this is something we're not going to do, and then give it about less than a year, it's like, oh, hey, we're going to do it anyway.
Well, it failed so hard, I guess they're desperate.
They're trying to recoup any sort of money that they can for that.
I had some trends.
Okay.
Good and bad, and I don't know exactly if this falls squarely on 2019, but I did want to talk about Battle Royale, and I know how much you like Apex, but for me personally, I just wish it would go away. I wish it would become a fad and it would just stop because I'm tired of hearing about it, especially Fortnite. I'm done. Like, I don't want to see a commercial. I don't want to see Nerf guns with Fortnite characters on it. I don't want to walk in Target and try to get a gift for my nephews, and it's just Fortnite. I'm like, no,
and then
let
I
it
see
die.
a 40-year-old man who's probably a homeowner picking up a Nerf gun.
Oh, I'm going to put in a swimming pool and get a 70-inch TV for Fortnite. Yeah, no.
While Ralph is flossing in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you missed that episode, Steve.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was great.
It will make it into the clip show.
Come on, really? All right.
The unedited.
More mobile games, like conversions of like, for example, Fortnite and PUBG, those games being put on mobile, like that to me, I don't really, as a trend, I don't care for it. I don't like it. One that I do like is the crossplay, which is great, and ironically, that's mostly because of like the
mobile gaming.
I wanted to say the yeah, that's true, but the like, ironically, Fortnite is so popular that they've got Switch and Microsoft players moving, and I think then Sony even got in the mix. So like the idea that you can play cross-platform like that, I never thought they were actually going to do it, and I'm amazed that they did.
Here's my one argument for Fortnite, and it's the only argument I have. It is such a juggernaut right now that when they make a move, everyone pretty much has to bow to their will. And they've enabled it so that going forward, crossplay is going to be like as soon as
they've ushered in crossplay.
Yes, yeah, between the consoles, which I think is a giant step forward for everybody.
God, yeah.
That'll keep servers going longer in general for games.
Absolutely,
True.
Absolutely, it will.
I do see it as a good thing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I just don't like how we got there. If that makes sense.
Right. No,
somebody had to push though, because I don't think Xbox and Sony
were play
you needed a vehicle.
Play that, you know what I mean?
It may not be a Chevelle. It may look like a Datsun, but it's going to get you there.
I also think that Microsoft is a little bit desperate this generation. Like, I think, if I remember right, they reached out to Nintendo and they had crossplay with the Switch, because the Switch is like the highest selling console of the year. It outpaced the PS4, and then from there they managed to get Sony involved somehow. I don't know.
Yeah,
we want to play too.
Yeah. The other thing I just wanted to talk about was like the growth of limited run games and like having these a little bit more obscure titles or remakes at their model. Like the idea that we're getting more remakes. This is kind of an awkward thing because it's been there for a while, but I just wanted to say that like the idea of limited run games and what they're pushing, I think, is a good trend.
I agree, especially their whole trend to do digital-only games as a physical
that's it.
thing.
Thank you.
I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
That's like a really awesome thing that they've been pushing forward to, like Windjammers, for example.
Yep.
Like, you and I have a copy of that game, and both of our cases are marked, you have like 45 of 1,000, and I have 120 of 1,000, but there's only 1,000 presses of it.
Yeah.
And once that's gone, you can only get it digital. And I think that's a really cool thing that they did.
I like that there's a holdout where like digital is becoming more and more of a thing, but there are still physical copies like that.
Windjammers was on sale. I actually bought the digital version because I think I'm just going to leave mine sealed as like a collector's item.
Oh, you haven't opened it?
No, I haven't opened it yet.
Oh,
okay,
there you go.
Go for it. Nice.
I think that stuff's really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
For instance, Turok 1 and 2 were released, the remakes that you can play on Steam, they were released physically by Limited Run Games.
Oh, okay.
For the Switch.
All right. So moving on to the next question. What is your worst game of the year?
Played, right? Doesn't have to be released this year.
Yeah, played, but
I kind of had a split tie.
okay.
I don't know which I hated more. Metal Gear Survive.
Ooh,
That was painful.
that was.
Or Dark Cloud 2.
Oh no.
I hated both games. They were so painful to try to just sink time into.
I put more time into Dark Cloud too.
I didn't beat either one. And I have a pretty strong record for beating games for the podcast. But those two fucking couldn't do it.
You missed the window for Dark Cloud 2. I think we all did. We aged out.
Yeah, I originally couldn't even really think of anything, but now that you mention it, yeah, Dark Cloud 2 was pretty bad.
We all hated that game.
Really
Sorry,
bad.
Kyle.
Sorry, Kyle, but fuck. Yeah, only because I think there were only like small certain elements about Metal Gear Survive that I liked by not associating it with Metal Gear anything. Just call it Survive. Yeah, no, Dark Cloud 2. Dark Cloud, ew. Am I right, boys?
Oh, Jesus, Steve. I had Metal Gear Survive on my list as well. I actually threw in the Bouncer there, but I have that it's so bad it's good.
That is that game. It's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
It's like those terrible movies that you used to watch. It's like, this is terrible. No, you leave it on.
The Bouncer and the Room need to be packaged together.
There you go.
You can buy them.
It's a multimedia experience.
So, you guys aren't going to like mine.
Oh,
no. Horizon.
Oh,
I think Horizon was the worst game that I played this year.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
It's just this. Here's the thing. Okay. I thought the game was all right. It didn't grip me. I played more Dark Cloud 2 and I played more Metal Gear, and I thought both of them gripped me more than Horizon. I mean, yeah, you've heard my thoughts on all of them. I didn't think any of them is more spectacular than the other, but Horizon I just couldn't do. And
you didn't. So that's it.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Well said.
And having known what I missed out on, I won't. All right. So what is a game that you're looking forward to in 2020?
Oh, only one?
Preferably.
Oh, sorry.
I was just trying to make this like a little quick, like...
Sure, I just made a whole list, that's all.
Cool. I got about 23, so let me start.
Let me start with 23 of 23.
Yes. So the biggest one that I'm looking forward to coming in 2020, which is coming in May of 2020, will be The Last of Us Part 2. I know I'm more excited than one of us here about that. Another one that I definitely had to Doom Eternal. I'm excited to see what's the haps with that one.
Eternal?
Eternal.
Doom Eternal sounds like a porno.
Eternal. Yeah, Eternal.
Eternal.
Doom.
I heard internal.
I heard
as
internal.
well.
I probably said internal.
Doom Internal. STI edition.
Internal Doom.
Way to bring that back. And I know you're talking about remakes and whatnot, but
it never goes away.
This one's permanent.
I don't think there is an actual time frame when they said it's coming out, but the remake of Destroy All Humans. I'm looking forward to that.
God damn. Really? Destroy all humans.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
cool.
doing like a remake of it.
I know a guy who's really into that franchise.
Yeah.
He really likes them,
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Ralph?
My list.
Just try to pick three.
Again, it's a list.
That's
Three. Okay, I got Cyberpunk 2077, Last of Us Part 2, and if I had to pick out of those, the Breath of the Wild 2, which is not confirmed in 2020, but I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
Seems like a quick turnaround.
Breath
For
of the
2017.
Yeah,
3 years.
2017.
Yeah.
Using the
Wow.
same engine,
Okay.
so
Fair enough.
Time flies when you're having fun,
it
Harry.
doesn't have to be a Majora's Mask 1 year turnaround, but they're letting it brew, so hopefully.
I've been letting it brew since Christmas Eve. It's finally all just pushing out now,
You should let it out. You should let it out.
All right, I'm gonna hop in here. So Cyberpunk 2077, that looks incredible. I love The Witcher. I'm really excited to see what this is gonna be. I don't think it was confirmed for 2020, but I think it has to come out before the new system's Elden Ring. It's the new From Software one that they're doing with George R.
Martin.
Yep. So there is a new. They haven't confirmed that it's Souls, but they call this is called Elden Ring, and they called Bloodborne Beast before it was called Bloodborne. So I'm really hoping it's Dark Souls 4.
Dark Sores.
Dark Souls. I can't get
Goddamn STIs. God.
Dark Souls 4.
Eternal.
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal of my
Dark
Dark
Souls
Souls.
69.
And it's currently in early access, and it is playable, but 2020 is going to be huge for this fucking game. Gloomhaven on fucking Steam. That's going to be fucking incredible. Because they're adding the campaign, and they're adding multiplayer for it. Fucking super stoked.
I know nothing about Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
You guys know that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's their realm.
We've been playing the board game,
Yeah.
but like
Oh.
they have this. It's basically all of it just digitally.
Yeah, okay.
It's fun. I like it. Most looking forward to. I'll just hop on your Eden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Internal Ring.
Yeah.
Your O-ring.
Yeah, your O-ring.
Rusty Ring.
I just said another Souls quotation game. Or anything from software that feels not like Sekiro. Yeah, I wasn't interested in that personally, but like
Sekiro is my biggest disappointment of 2019.
yeah.
Yeah.
More specifically though, the Resident Evil 3 game, very much looking forward to that. That was one of my favorite from PlayStation 1, like the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, even above 2 and 1. Like
Really?
3, I
You like
loved.
Nemesis the most?
Yeah.
I loved it. It just looked. When you see the, we'll probably do Resident Evil 3 at some point. It might even be wise to do the original before the remake comes out. But
I want to just do the remake, honestly.
Oh, you don't want to do the original?
Yeah, I'd rather just do the remake.
But no, I'm looking forward to that, definitely. I think it's going to be awesome. And I think they're going to take what they learned from doing Resident Evil 2 Remake and just make it even better.
I don't like Claire's look, but Jill's look. Sorry, not Claire. Jill.
Oh, okay. She looks, well,
Whatever.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Jill sandwich.
Lastly, I'm very much looking forward to the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Of
I'm
course.
crossing my fingers constantly that they're not going to fucking butcher it, because I have a feeling Square Enix could.
Have you
fucking do that.
kept up with any of that?
A little bit.
I know we're only getting to the end of the Mako reactor.
I
this year,
am
right?
aware
Right.
of that. Yes, I am aware of that. It's going to be like the first game is going to be basically all of Midgar, kind of lengthened a little bit. I think they're going to add a lot of elements in, stretch out some scenes, more character. I think they're going to. Where what I did read is where like a quick scene from the original, it might be a longer, more elaborate scene in this.
Milking it for
But
all they fucking
They
can.
Well, I think I
really
even
are.
I was reading about it today. Like the demo itself is like an hour long, so you're really going to be able to get a look at it before like you get the whole package.
Yeah, I think it's going to be up to the final or the first boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The demo.
It's going to end after the, what is it, Scorpion?
Yep, Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very worried, but excited at the same time.
$60 for the first, not even third of the game.
Yeah, Midgar was my favorite part of Final Fantasy VII, though.
Okay.
Something about that whole feel, like the industrial.
Harry likes
future.
to blow up reactors.
But no, I don't. I just like. I think that had the best character development in the game. Like that whole section, I think it had a much darker tone than the rest of the game. Just because when you get out of Midgar, everything's brighter.
It's nighttime. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I'm excited for that part of the game.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the way I'm approaching it as well. But we shall see. We shall see. Square Enix has definitely let me down before. I foresee that could potentially happen again.
Don't let me down. The other thing that I'm looking forward to is the next 2 sequels in the Dark Pictures anthology.
Oh yeah, no, I'm super
that's
excited.
another.
Oh, by the way, the next time one of those games come out, we're doing movie night. We all get together,
and we should stream it.
Okay,
it was
We
fun.
should just stream the whole fucking thing.
Man,
6 hours go.
Medine?
And
Like,
if you guys have never heard of it, check out the podcast that Harry and I did on Man and Medan.
It was a
Sort
good
of
game, though.
An episode kind of thing.
Yeah,
like, Walking
some
Dead.
of the things to
Episodic.
elaborate, just so you guys are aware. Like, remember Until Dawn? Imagine, like a lot of people did like couch co-op where they pass the controller, hand off different characters. Like you're in charge of this person. They incorporated that into the game.
Oh,
they are encouraging getting friends together and playing through this game and everybody picking a character.
You can literally sit there and draft characters, and then it'll tell you in between scenes, pass the controller to, because that's how Kaylee and I played the game the first time.
Oh, okay.
Just couch co-op, and we're like, I'll take all the guys, you take all the girls, and just go. It was really cool. And then Harry and I actually played it online, so you're doing things simultaneously, so you see like different aspects of the game while it's happening.
Yeah,
it's pretty
cool.
cool.
Somebody's controlling one character in one scene, the other person's controlling another character in a completely different scene.
But happening at the exact same time, and then we
Okay.
meet up in the middle and then progress the story forward. It's pretty interesting.
check that out.
yeah, they've come a long way just with the storytelling in general.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, but no, we thought it would be cool to all get together and play through one. Just you probably do it in one sit with the length. I mean, it'll be a little bit longer. It'll be like 5-6 hours, but I mean,
The thing
So
is,
just like a full day together.
yeah. The thing is, we should all figure out a day. Nobody play it, and we sit down and play it fresh together.
Hard stare.
I
at
know
Harry
it's
from
hard.
Clark.
I'm hard staring at Harry.
it's gonna have to
'cause
be
him and
right
I-
away. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like these
I'm
games
fine
come
with
out,
it.
Yeah,
and I'm
he's
like
hard,
all on.
Here's the
comma,
thing,
staring
here's
at
the
Harry.
We'll get a release date beforehand, and we'll start planning around the release date for it.
Okay, Harry, is that enough? Is that be right?
Yeah,
You okay?
that's fine. I picked it up day one.
Oh
Like-
my God, his erection! No.
Don't look.
I'm staring it down.
Not with your
All right,
mouth.
let's get into just some random shout-outs and things that we have here.
Let's do it.
Do you want me to kind of head this one off?
Go for it. You have the
for it.
paper.
I have a little bit of a list to get through here, and I'll have to take a pause to look up some stuff real quick.
Okay.
I can only jot so much down. So I wanted to give a quick shout out to 2 of our new Patreon donors.
All right.
We have Kingston Gabate, oh man, I hope I don't butcher that.
Kingston.
Sorry, Kingston. If
Well, let's just go with Kingston.
You want to? How about you start that over? It's like just call him Kingston.
no, it's fine. Fuck it. It's
All right,
we're
All
doing
right.
it live. We're sorry if we butchered your last name.
We're doing it live.
I love this other guy's name, Robo Jeeves.
All right.
Wait, what can I ask him?
That's not a real name.
Let's see. Oh, somebody hit us up on Twitter a couple months ago. I wanted to give a shout out. This is from Julia Schroeder. It's funny too because she was asking. She was like, "Love the show. Were you guys ever thinking about doing or incorporating listener-driven games via polls?"
Oh my God.
And I was like, "We tried it. It fucking failed. We moved on."
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, that's okay because I wanted you guys to play."
Duck Dynasty.
No, it was Edith Finch, which we did.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
what was it, Little Monsters or something?
Little
Nightmares.
Nightmares.
Little Nightmares. She was like, "Oh, you guys are playing both those games. I'm cool with that."
Yeah, she
cool.
seems to have a genre.
Yeah. Also, fan favorite of the show, Andy Hess. So we need to actually take a couple minutes and do something for him. as part of his Patreon donorship. We did one of his amazing questions before. Just to refresh, it was the weirdest social / dating instance you found yourself stuck in. That was a hilarious conversation.
Yes,
that was a good one.
I was going to say, he gave us 3 other topics. We're way overdue for doing another one, so I figured, why don't we just take 5 minutes and hammer one out real quick.
Let's hear the options. Let's pick one.
Okay. Well,
you got
number 1, weirdest meal you've ever eaten.
I tried the meal from the UHF movie with the Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh yeah, Nick Nell and I did that.
Yeah. So I did it with Benedict.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So you take a Twinkie, you cut it open, cream-filled Twinkie, cut it open.
It's important. It's important.
Put a hot dog on it, cover it in string cheese, dip it in milk, eat it.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear the options.
And then we're just going to answer them.
That's right. Just rapid fucking fire
It
answer.
seemed like you just asked the question as opposed to... Go for it. Weirdest meal.
John took us to a place when we were out in Portland. It
was pitch black.
So it was I don't know, it was like I forget how many courses. It was like 9, 11, or 13 courses or something crazy like that. But they're all like little small dishes, so you're there for quite a bit of time. I got introduced to meat paste.
Oh.
It's mashed so much that it's like paste. Like if you were to squeeze a tube of toothpaste.
But it's meat.
But it's meat.
Out of what kind of meat? That doesn't sound too
I
terrible.
don't remember. But
hot
it
dog
just,
material.
It's
almost like a
spread
pate.
like butter.
Ew.
Oh.
Wow.
God.
Hey, that could still be good. Frogwa is fucking awesome.
It was good.
You're disgusting.
What?
You're
It's
gross.
delicious. It's
You're
like
gross.
eating 7 ducks compiled into one small brick of liver. It's delicious.
It was good food. It was just odd. Just a bit odd.
Ralph, what about you?
I don't know how to answer this question. The
meal.
closest thing I can think of, and this is going to sound incredibly lame and dumb, is when I was in London before I was a vegan. I had meat pies. It was a college course. Bunch of friends.
College course.
A lot of girls.
All
A lot
right.
of girls eat meat pies.
Steve, craziest meal.
I don't know. I eat a lot of weird shit because try it once and that's about it.
Try one, shame on me. Try
Try.
twice, shame on you.
No, I've had pig stomach, the frogwa, which that's just like a delicacy thing. I've had
You
shark.
seriously had frogwa?
Yeah.
All right,
went
well,
to-
pick one. It's the craziest.
I don't know, I'm gonna say probably I went to like an authentic Chinese restaurant and it was like pig stomach with preserved vegetables, but it's just when you go to those, usually like the big texture is like chewy, so that just wasn't really great. The preserved vegetables, that actually wasn't bad, which is just like it's basically rotted vegetables that have just been fermented for a while. But
It sounds like Asian
yeah,
haggis.
basically, yeah.
I've had haggis. It's
I've
not
had
very
regular
good.
haggis.
Yeah.
It's like Morgan's mom, like she made pig stomach, like stuffed pig stomach. That was really good, but that was more like a Dutch way. So
Yeah, because
that-
it's lamb. If it's
yeah. But no, that was pretty good. But no,
right.
I just eat a bunch of weird shit.
Let's just
What's-
keep
what's
going.
next?
Let's
Yeah.
just keep
What's
going on
next?
the weird questions.
Oh, wait, we're hammering some
yeah,
out?
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
let's do
rapid
it.
fire through.
All right. Underrated vacation spot you enjoy now as an adult.
Skip.
My front lawn on a lawn chair telling people to get off my lawn.
I don't have
Yeah,
one.
honestly, the hammock in my backyard, like just sitting on a fucking hammock, is like fucking great. Not having to worry about work.
I like port towns. I know that sounds odd, but I'm talking like your little tiny towns in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. Like,
get to the harbor.
but no, there's some really cool little, like tiny little towns that like just like I've had some amazing meals.
Little tiny
And you-
little towns.
Tiny little
Yeah,
town.
the tiny little one.
towns.
Is it a big town? No, it's a tiny little town.
Tiny little town.
It's
But,
called tiny town.
I don't know, just really cool places, but like they are not mainstream tourist attractions. You like
That
you're
does
not
sound
you're
pretty
not going
fun.
to hear word of mouth from these people.
They're all mute.
yeah, they're all mutes. But it's something I wouldn't enjoy as a child. I would be bored out of my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Steve, Ralph,
I really don't have one. Sorry.
Steve.
No, kind of the same thing. Anything that's farther away from like the actual tourist shit. I'd rather it's like
oh yeah, get away from people.
Yeah, no, I'm totally cool with that. And if it seems like it's, where everybody wants to go, it's like, let me try to find something a little different so it's not as kitschy and stuff.
Last question he gave us was favorite summer vacation plans as a child. Playing video games all summer, no responsibilities.
Going to North Carolina every year.
Going outside to play sports with the neighborhood's kids. The neighborhood's kids. And then my best friend who lived like 3 doors down, and we would just have sleepovers basically the whole summer playing Diablo for PlayStation.
All right, so moving on along.
I had one. I didn't answer for that one.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I went to the Jersey Shore all the time when I was a kid.
With Snooki?
No, before Jersey Shore was a thing.
Yeah, when there were still needles on
the
docks.
I would go to the boardwalk in the arcades, played House of the Dead for hours.
Oh yeah.
You know what game I used to fucking own on the boardwalk?
What?
Remember the either the crabs or the alligator heads that would come out and you hit them with the mallet?
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
I love those games.
You use the mallet in the hand, so that way you can get more than that. Ow, 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 ow.
Ouch.
All right,
another shout out. This one is way overdue. This is from like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Oh,
this is from Elliot Coleman. He wrote in saying, enjoying the podcast, listen to 8 straight episodes on a flight to Europe. If I can make a request, please review either the original Grand Theft Auto or Clock Tower. Both are original PlayStation classics. Keep up the great work.
Oh, right. I remember reading this one.
This is from a while ago, but it's all filed now.
We haven't touched GTA. And I've never played Clock Tower. Have you guys played that one?
I played Clock Tower 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dean Sizemore wrote in the show. He said, thanks, guys. Really enjoy the podcast. This is I forget her name, but she was like messaging us like all the time. But her username on Twitter was Green Kangaroo. And she did a shout out trying to get us some Patreon support. She said, look, guys, I have no fucking money, but go support Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go on Patreon because they are great. And someone asked them to do Amalur. I don't know.
Amalur Kingdom of Reckoning.
Never heard of it.
It's a pretty awesome game.
And we had a Facebook post from yesterday. So, Brady Cook, new listener of the show, he wrote in saying, insert the usual random praise comment of the podcast here. My buddy Jacoby showed me the podcast about a month ago. Jacoby? Pick one.
It's Jacoby.
Jacoby.
Jacobi.
My name's Harry Jackrabbit.
Wait, what are we doing now? Jacoby.
Okay. Dear God, Harry. Sorry, Jacoby.
Jacoby showed me the podcast about a month ago, and I'm almost fully caught up. Love you guys. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
And then he's going to give a quick shout out to his buddy Jacoby. You're the best bard.
Oh, you're doing great, Harry.
I know. I'm really sorry. I'm jumping around here.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, he's a bard, right?
Jacoby, you're the best bard a barbarian could ask for when you're not unconscious.
Nice.
We've been there in some campaigns.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What?
I apologize. I was supposed to mention TDR this evening.
TDR.
Well,
I was requested to mention
there
TDR.
was a request.
What is TDR?
TDR.
TDR.
TDR stands for
Tiny Dick Ralph.
Tiny Dick Ralph. TDR.
Seriously?
Ralph got a shout out.
He did.
A tiny shout out.
I guess that's enough then. Ha. Ha.
That's what Ralph hears every time he takes his pants off. Guess that's enough then.
Yeah. It'll have to do.
Yeah.
It'll have to do.
Last shout out I wanted to do this evening to Ricky Priestley. Yay, shout out to me, the mailman across the pond. Keep me laughing my ass off at work.
Thank you, sir, from the other side
of the pond.
Yeah.
The pond.
Thank you for the comments. Thank you for interacting. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you for
awesome.
showering us with love and support. We appreciate all of you.
Really.
Every single one of you.
That is going to wrap it up, and we will catch you in 2 weeks with a review for Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception.
Yes, Drake's Deception.
I've been deceived.
Ooh, how are we ending episodes in season 4 now? You mentioned it last time.
Stay lovely.